My dear love, what a strange way to learn about unconditional love from life. Gratitude and surrender go hand in hand, and life is a teacher that teaches us that without gratitude, surrender can never be complete. And if surrender is not complete, the ego will never die, and if the ego will never die, we will never have faith. And if the faith is not present, you will never be connected to Source. Life is a teacher that teaches us this wonderful lesson and many more. I feel grateful to God that I have progressed so much, that I am able to see that things that seemed impossible at one time are happening now. And this gives me the strength to surrender more and more, bit by bit, so that I too submerge myself in the river of unconditional love. Though I feel grateful to be here at this point, when I no longer misunderstand you, and even though it's a good place to be in, but to reach here was not a piece of cake. I had to sacrifice a lot and burn up my ego, because I realized that ego is my biggest hurdle. It had made me blind, disrespectful, and so selfish that I could not see my own flaws. I hurt your self-esteem, and all the good you did to me, I not only trashed it, ignored it, but I picked up the statements you made when you had enough of my immature and childish behavior. Each time you tried to tell me what's better for me, I took it as an insult and took it very personally. I didn't want to be the wrong person ever. But all my mistakes dawned upon me when I suffered during the long separation. I realized that if only I didn't have such a huge swollen up ego, I would have seen your love as love, your advice as pearls of wisdom that I could use. I was always smothered with love, but never taught to be grateful for all the things other people had been doing for me throughout my life. So when you came along doing all your loving things for me, I didn't see it too. I wasn't independent. I could not make a single decision on my own. Rather, I always expected other people to take care of me. My tantrums and lack of apology had risen to new heights. But all the disrespect and all the ungratefulness I had expressed towards you, it all came back to haunt me and eventually teach me the most important lesson of love. I learned that love is not just fun and entertainment. Love is not about good times. Love is about responsibility. Love makes you take care of people who matter to you. Love is about being a giver, not a taker always. And my dear, stranger is the amalgamation of events that eventually took me to a spot where I felt that I don't have to fight with your thoughts. When I miss you, I can hold my heart and feel sad without being scared what it would do to me. And then just like that, the feeling passes away. I do feel a lot of guilt for the things I did not do for you, for the good things I did not do for you. I did not care for you enough. It hurts me that back in those days when I had all the time and opportunity, I took your presence for granted in my life. But now, I try to relax in your arms. I can hold you without getting angry on myself. My dear, I used to think, why is true love so difficult to achieve? And now I think, why shouldn't it be difficult? After all, it's the most precious and priceless too. And one has to prove their worth to achieve the feeling of unconditional love, for which you have to always be in awareness. You need to practice. You need to come to focus. And for me, It was all happening around me. The experiences I had, the situations I faced, everything was teaching me to come close to you, to understand the unconditional love you had for me. I realize with time that unconditional love is different from the type of love I was taught about. And the encounter I had with you has led to this discovery, and I wish nothing but happiness for you. One of the biggest issue in my life was the inability to be completely independent. I could never make any decisions without any fear of failure. And also because I did not want to put any efforts. I wasn't ready to commit simply because I didn't want to do any hard work in that direction. I was lazy and I always wanted everything on the platter. And you also I saw as a thing of entertainment. If you got angry, if you got upset, if you cried, if you were in pain, if you were upset with me for not doing the things that I had to do, I was supposed to do, I would think that you are the one who is having false expectations. Whereas in reality, those were very real expectations that anyone in love has from the other person. To be able to make decisions without any fear means that one has to learn how to walk on the path of truth no matter what. No matter what difficulty arises, it is only going to make a person more courageous. The fears that used to cripple me and throw me into despair and make me look for ways to feel supported started showing its true face to me. That they are just fears and nothing else. I read somewhere that fear is false evidence appearing real. All the fears come from a part of me or any person which is not in alignment with the true nature, which is not in alignment with God. If I was in my true self, then it wasn't possible to not recognize you as my true lover. So I played the games and didn't step up fully because I wasn't even sure that this is meant for the long haul, or I wanted to get into it for the long haul. I was also impatient and not willing to put the full work into it. I also wasn't willing to love freely and fully and stepped very cautiously. Another truth is my calculation about the relationship. About you were based on all that I had learned about life previously. Life for me meant that we have some goals, some materialistic goals, and we have to fulfill all those goals at any cost. These goals help us to form a place in the society. They give us position, stability, and we are known for being somebody meaningful. We have some stature. I thought that my life would become meaningful only after I have these materialistic things. I was looking for societal validation. When I was getting to know you, I felt that you didn't live in the same world, the same society. As if something about the society didn't match with you. I didn't know why you didn't want to walk in the same line as everybody else. I didn't see you rebelling, going against the society in any way or form. I didn't see you doing any protest. So what were you really doing? I couldn't calculate. I was good at reading other people and predetermining their responses. But in your case, I didn't get much. My analysis was incomplete, and I should have technically tried to know you more. But I didn't make any of that effort. I just hit the exit button. I didn't have so much time or patience. I threw the whole thing away just because I didn't understand it all. And I did all this after I made you believe that I was in love with you. I even thought that the love I had for you was just a facade. It wasn't even real, and I had misjudged it myself. I felt that someone else would be better for me. The spirituality was absent in me. I could not understand. When you wanted answers, you confronted me, tried to talk to me. I was getting frustrated. I didn't want to take any blame. And back then, I wasn't in the zone to even see it as blame. I wanted to blame you instead so that you would simply stop hounding me and move on and leave me alone. I just wanted to do nothing with you. And I thought that it was all over just like that. Just how it had started, it was over. But I was wrong, because all this while and all this time, all I do is think about you, wonder about you. What are you doing? What must your life look like right now without me? You must be happy. You do look happy. To be honest, after I left you, I felt good riddance. I was more interested in other people or doing other things. After all, from my perspective, it was over between us. And for a good period of time, I think about you as a misty, foggy presence. But later on, I don't know when exactly it started happening, but I found myself stalking you online. And it was a bit weird at first to think of, why would I want to stalk you out of all the people? Wasn't I over with you? Wasn't I done with you? But I had to accept that I was doing so, and I wanted to know more about you. I tried to fight that feeling, and some more time passed by in doing so. And when I realized that fighting with your thoughts was making me more negative, I decided to not do so. I also felt that I have to change my life. I have to prove to you that I am spiritually more mature, that I am worthy of you, that I am not scared of this commitment, I am not scared of this relationship. I want to go full-fledged into it. I want to dive deep into it because I have better understanding than before. But I also feel how strange would it be for you to talk to a ghost from your past. I find you so beautiful, so attractive. The same things that used to confuse me and annoy me about you look so adorable now. What is wrong with me? I wasn't kind. I was brutal, ruthless, selfish, egotistical, immature. I wasn't ready for love. And now, after all this time, I feel ready. What is wrong with me? Even if all is not gone, I want to make sure that there is no time for more mistakes. Nothing goes wasted in contemplation. I am working on becoming worthier for you, fully worthy for you. I wasn't worthy in the past, who am I kidding? So I know that I will be worthy for your love and for you and only you. So friends, that was the end of the love letter. For private sessions, personal readings, guidance on dream interpretation, counseling and therapies, please go through the description box first, and once you are sure, then write to me at thesunamoon@gmail.com. When it comes to twin flame intuitive readings, I prefer not knowing anything about your journey before the reading so that we can get the best and most accurate answers during the reading. So we'll discuss it while we are reading. But in case of therapies, you have to share with me different facets of your life so that we can heal the wounded inner child, which then leads to a 5D union. Because without the 5D union, 3D union is not possible. You can also get my book In the Name of Love, which has 5 channel twin flame stories based on the journey of finding your ultimate soulmate. The link is given in the description box. Connect with me on Instagram at the Sunamoon Goddess, and you can also subscribe to the Sunamoon vlogs to get interesting content that supports Ascension lifestyle. One love and peace out.